Magandang buhay! Teacher Chimey is back! Sa mga bago lang po sa channel ko, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thank you! Addition and subtraction of similar and dissimilar fractions. Routine and non-routine problems involving of fractions. Good day, kids! Your mom Shiny is back. For this week, this will be the topics that we will be discussing. So we are still going to talk about fractions. So let's have a review of our previous lesson. How do you visualize the addition and subtraction of fractions? So kids, can you still remember our previous lesson about visualizing addition and subtraction of fractions? So about our previous lesson, let's remember that we can visualize adding similar and dissimilar fractions by illustrations and by using the fraction chart, just like below, and also using a number line and graphs or charts. So because you can now, or you previously visualized how to add and subtract similar and dissimilar fractions, you have an assurance that you can already add and subtract similar and dissimilar fractions numerically. So no need of illustrations, no need of visualization, but direct addition and subtraction na. So here are the steps of how you can add or subtract similar fractions. For similar fractions, to add similar fractions, just add the numerators, then write the sum as a fraction using the common or the same denominator, and reduce to lowest term if applicable. And of course, when we are subtracting, we will only subtract the numerators. Then, write the difference as a fraction using common or the same denominator. Then, always reduce to lowest term. So, we have here examples. So, 3 sevenths and 2 sevenths are similar fractions, because as you can still remember, they have the same denominator. That's why they are similar fractions. So our operation to use here is addition. So we will just add the numerator, which is 3 and 2, which will give us the sum of 5 sevenths. So you only have to add the numerator. And for the second example, the operation is subtraction. So all you need is to subtract 3 from 6. So 6 minus 3, we will have the answer of 3/8. For our last example, we have here 1 6 plus 2 6. We will just simply add the numerator, which will give us 3 6. However, we can reduce 3 6 into lowest term. What number can divide 3 and 6? Of course, the largest number that can divide them both is number 3. So 3 divided by 3, the numerator will be 1. Then 6 divided by 3, the denominator will be 2. And 1/2 is the final answer. So I hope you can still remember our previous lesson of reducing a fraction into its lowest term. So in this lesson, the previous lessons are connected and applicable with these problems or examples. So again, if similar fractions, we will only add the numerator and just copy, or you will just have the same denominator. Next, let us proceed on the steps of how to add dissimilar fractions. First, you look for the LCD or LCM by listing method. Second, change the dissimilar fractions to similar fraction. Third, add the similar fractions. Fourth, reduce to lowest terms. So this will be the example. So as you can see, 1/2 plus 2/5. They have different denominators, right? So the first step that we should do is to look for the LCD, the least common denominator. My listing method, so we will skip count 2, 4, 6, 8, and 5, 10. So this is the lowest number or the least common multiple that 2 and 5 can get. So 10 will be your LCD or least common denominator. So the second step is to change the dissimilar fraction to similar fraction. So here it is. We will now change dissimilar to similar. So how do we change it? We will use the LCD as the new denominator here. So here is the new denominator. Divide the LCD by the given denominator. The given denominator is the original denominator. So we will divide this by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5, right? Then you have to multiply the quotient to the numerator to get the new numerator for your similar fractions. So 5 times 1, you will get the numerator of 5. And 10 divided by 5, you will get 2 times 2, you will get the new numerator of 4. That's why we have 5 tenths plus 5 fourths. 5 tenths plus 4 tenths, I mean. So before, we have dissimilar fractions, the 1/2 and 2/5. But now we have the similar fraction of 5 tenths and 4 tenths. So we can now directly add the numerator, right? So here, 5 plus 4, let's just simply add the numerator. We will get the sum of 9. Then just copy the denominator, which is 10. So we will have the final answer of 9 tenths. So these are the steps that I am elaborating to you. step by step so that when you will answer your activities, your assessments, you will be guided on how to answer it properly. So that's all for dissimilar fractions. Same goes with subtraction of dissimilar fraction. Same step, but different operation. So we have here given dissimilar fractions, the 5/10 and 1/5. So we will look for the LCDs. So 10, 20, 5, 10. So still our LCD is 10. So we will change dissimilar to similar. We use the LCD as the denominator. So 10 divided by 10 is 1. 1 times 5, we will get 5 here. So the answer is 5/10. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. We will get 2/10. So after we change the similar fraction to similar fractions, we can now subtract them. So 5/10 minus 2/10, we will get the answer of 3/10. So that's it. So I hope you learned a lot from this lesson. So let us reflect. How can you add and subtract similar and dissimilar fractions? You may answer this on your notebook. And then you may read the following pages in your Mathematics for Learners material, page 116 and 118 and 125 to 127. So now, you may answer these exercises. Answer these on a cartolina or manual paper and solve the sum of difference of similar and dissimilar fractions. Record a video of yourself solving it and send it to our group chat. Number 1, 7/8 minus 3/8. Second, or number 2, 15/18 plus 4/18. Number 3, 8/10 plus 5/10. Number 4, 3/10 minus 4/5. Number 5, 5/6 plus 1/3. Next, Luz will cook OTAP for her snack. She needs 15/20 cup of flour. Mother gave her 10/20 cup of flour. How many more cups does she need? Answer these using the questions below. What is the operation to be used? What's the number sentence? Solve or show your solution. And what is the complete answer? So that's all for adding and subtracting similar and dissimilar fractions. So the next lesson will be about routine and non-routine problems involving of fractions. So what do we need, or what are the steps that we should follow? In solving problems involving fractions, we follow the steps of 1. Understand, 2. Plan, 3. Solve, forth, check, and look back. So we will discuss this one by one. First is to understand that what is asked is important here and the given facts. So you may be familiar of AGONSA, which stands for the ask, the given, the operation, the number sentence, the solution, and the answer. As you can see, for understanding the given problem or word problem, you have to know what is asked and the given facts. Second is you have to plan how to solve it. So it involves the operation to be used, whether subtraction, addition, multiplication, division. Then the number sentence. Third is for solving. So when we are solving, you have to show your solution and check. And of course, you have to write your complete or final answer. So that's what AGONSA means: ask, given, operation, number, solution, and answer. So I hope you will remember the steps in solving word problems, AGONSA. So now, let us analyze the sample word problem below. Father bought 3/4 meter of plastic cover. He only used 1/4 of it to cover his book. What part of the plastic cover was left? So as a student, you have to read it properly, clearly, and of course your father. So as you can still remember AGONSA. So what's asked in this problem? What are the given facts? What operation should be used? The number sentence. How to solve this to get the final answer. So here's how you can solve problems involving fractions. So what part of the plastic cover was left? That was what is asked here. The part of plastic cover that was left. Given facts are 3/4 meter plastic cover and 1/4 parts was used. So plan, operation. So the operation that is needed for us to answer the problem is subtraction. Then, of course, write the number sentence. As you can see, when writing the number sentence, it involves the given value and the subtraction. So they are all here in the numbers sentence, which leaves us the answer for our questions. Third, of course, to solve, show the solution to the problem. So you have to show your solution. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So we will get 2/4. However, there's still a number that can divide 2 and 4. So we will reduce them to lowest term to the number that can divide 2 and 4 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So the final answer here is 1/2. One half is the part of plastic cover that was left. So that's just how you solve or answer word problems. Again, what is as? A for as in the problem, G for given facts, O for operation, N for number sentence, S for solution, and A for answer or complete answer. So here are the following exercises and activities that you have to answer for this week. Lisa bought bibingka. She sliced it into 8 equal pieces. She ate 1/8 and Danny ate 3/8. What part of the bibingka did they eat? And for letter B, get your mathematics learners material and answer page 129, numbers 1 to 5. Let us reflect on this question. How can you solve word problems involving fractions? So, kindly read your learner's material or your mathematics 4 book given by the DepEd last time. And read page 128 for you to understand another example. So here is an assessment that you have to answer. Jarek bought 2 meters of wire in the hardware. He used 1/2 meter for his project. How long was left of the wire? So, follow the agonsa. So, that's all for this week. Thank you, kids, for listening. I hope this instructional video will help you understand, and of course, will also help your parents to facilitate your learning while we are facing the COVID-19 pandemic. Stay safe and God bless.